Wellington contacted me initially because they were, year after year, their budget was increasing by tens of thousands of dollars because they had to keep replacing grass in the community. The irrigation was wrong, the soil was bad. We took trouble areas, and we designed Florida friendly. We put in berms and boulders and low volume irrigation. And as it matured, people started realizing that, it's not going to look like a desert wasteland. That's when people came forward and said, that's what I want. I didn't know that's what Florida friendly was. We put in the right plant, the right place, and with a good design, you could see that it really was aesthetically pleasing. This was a demonstration, one of the very first Florida friendlies that we put into Wellington, because people assumed that they were going to get that Arizona desert wasteland. And if you look at it, it doesn't look anything like a wasteland. You've got lush green, different tones of green. As long as you can educate people and let them know that you have options, you've got a huge palette to work with that's creating those textures, the tones, the colors, the heights. Initially, this embankment was actually about 2 to 3 feet wider than what it is now. The fountain was creating just a small ripple, but it was enough that over a period of a two-year time frame, they lost a foot or two of the embankment. It just kept eroding away. So what we did was we brought in a bunch of riprap to break the ripples and put down the netting and planted directly into the netting. And all of it's Florida friendly. Initially we had the irrigation for the establishment period, but we've pretty much shut the entire irrigation off. And now we've got this vigorous root system holding the embankment together. The plant material helps to filter excess nitrogen, fertilizers, and runoff before it hits to the pond. If turf isn't working in an area, one of the best things you can do is put in an alternative ground cover, which is like perennial peanut or your junipers. Your perennial peanut stays very low, low maintenance and low chemicals. So this one took approximately 2 years before it filled in solid, and you can see it looks great now. It was just all the same. And now they have the different berms and the boulders, and they still have turf, and then they've got beautiful landscape beds that break up that monotony. It all goes back to, if you design it properly, then it can only get better. I don't think that I ever had anyone come to me and say, I regret. Actually, I know I've never had anyone come to me and say, I regret putting in Florida friendly. I've never had anybody say that. Again, it's all, if you design it properly, people are going to be happy with it, and it's going to be aesthetically pleasing, and you're going to save a lot of money. And it's good for the environment. Why not?